In the top right hand side, we have Mastro playing Vesper once again up against Zested playing Greenfinger in the bottom left. Now, in Memoriam, Mastro has been a big fan of this map. It was actually one of the main proponents of the map being in the map pool. There's a chance in Memoriam would not have featured in this tournament otherwise, and we'll see how this goes for them. I mean, there's definitely potential for Vesper to, use her groove very effectively here, put a lot of pressure on the opponent's stronghold. Like, you can actually have... It's quite hard to attack in this map at points, so Vesper, can open up that option. You can go for an assault on your opponent's army and make it nicely defended for yourself. But Greenfinger has that potential as well, and also gets it on a more regular basis. So we're going to see, is Zested able to, get a lot of value out of Greenfinger Groove? It is definitely like one of his big strengths. Like, especially this matchup, especially I think is like very good for Greenfinger. We're gonna see, can Zested make it happen? Alright, Mastro coming forward, whacking that village. They're gonna build some groove. And Greenfinger, Zested has the same option. And wow, Zested's actually just gonna feed Vesper Groove. I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, Greenfinger is probably going to have Groove before Vesper, but that's a lot of economy you're giving your opponent. Oh, and just kills the swords. And now has, these juicy villages to go and hit for more Groove. So Vesper, she's definitely going to have Groove. And Zested, what's Zested's line? Zested's going to build Groove themselves. Yeah, they're just going to kind of pull back, get these spears up. Now we'll deal with the knights, but I don't know. This isn't looking super good for them. And now Dragon is out. Mastro has just built swords and like one knight and a mage, and that allowed to get Dragon. Whereas, Balloon Spear is expensive. Especially with, double knight behind it. So this dragon is going to be super scary. And Mastro might just dive the strongholds. And Zested, I think, is out of position to do anything about it. Like, possibly Greenfinger. Yeah, I think Greenfinger can run back. Wild Growth. And just about, prevent this from going down. And now Vesper is actually surrounded. Or at least partially surrounded. Mage is covering. I think the dragon hit Greenfinger for free, but that's about it. And now, oh, Mastro's going for the counter surround. And they're gonna get it. Right, Greenfinger's gonna take some damage. But, vines are an option here. And this is gonna be difficult from both players. Like, can Zested escape? Alright, they're going to pick off that swords. And there's going to be enough units coming out in front here that I think they're going to recover. And this is so scrappy. This is such a weird situation for this game to be in. Alright, and Mage is going to come forward. Yeah, just, Vines coming in, blocking again. Yeah, Greenfinger is completely safe. So... yeah, but while that's going on, like, the vines had to get popped defensively, which is not ideal. And now Vesper has Groove and Greenfinger does not, but Greenfinger's actually relatively close to getting Groove again. Already about halfway there. So, will Zested get an opportunity to build Groove up again? And yeah, we see the balloon coming forwards. Greenfinger's going to heal up. And the vines are still here, so they're still getting some value. But Vesper has Groove, and this is quite scary. Like, you don't really want to fight into a Vesper with Groove. Because she will have the opportunity to take a very good fight. And 1 second. hang up there. Oh, one sec. Sorry, my phone rang and then they immediately hung up, which is very wonderful of them. Alright, let's keep going with this game. Mastro has a bit of an economy lead, but you know, like Zest is hanging in there, and these vines are still alive. Greenfinger halfway to the next groove, and Vesper still hasn't used groove yet. And this seems to be like Mastro's plan is, you know, holding on to groove until just the right moment. He's gonna pick off this spear, but that is trading a sword and a lot of sword health just to kill one spear and damage another. Okay, like Mastro, they're just being really aggressive this turn, but there's no safety behind it. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to come up next. Zested, I mean, they have to counterattack. And how they counterattack is going to matter a lot. They could just kill the swords, get all that groove for free. And they're just going to, you know, pick off these swords. This mage is going to sit somewhere safe. The vines are going to still, you know, exist. And yeah, Greenfinger, they're just going to end the turn with groove, actually, I believe. And yeah, that's actually not a road tile, it's a bridge, so that knight is going to be nice and safe. Double golem, triple golem, actually, for Mastro, though, with a dragon behind it. And this, I believe, is when Vesper is going to throw down groove. Yeah, there's so much army in this lovely cross position here. And yeah, here we go. Smoke gonna appear over here. Greenfinger could just walk back and throw vines down though. And there is enough health on those vines that that would keep the army alive. And, you know, Zest is actually going to take some okay trades over on this side. I would have liked to have seen this sword go down instead, because that would have opened up more sword kills, but just going to leave it for the moment. And yeah, I believe we're going to see Mage Heal come out. Units kind of walking into a good position, and yeah, Greenfinger just going to throw up a bunch of vines. And that should hold back Mastro for now. Mastro actually suicides a sword onto a spear. I believe that's so they can then finish it off later. But I don't know, like these trades are going pretty well for Mastro. They have the economy lead right now. They're up 2 villages. Is it 2? These are opposites. That's opposite. Oh, actually, they're only up 1 village right now. Never mind. So they only have a very slight lead. That kill with the dragon, though. The dragon is going to be extremely frustrating to deal with. It's going to be able to do a ton of damage to these mages, but should be safe at the moment. Possibly could have seen like a harpy come out just to, you know, threaten the dragon a bit more. But yeah, Zested, they're gonna stick it to Vesper. Vines are still up. It isn't over yet. Greenfinger could build another groove, potentially. Ooh, Golem's gonna come in and do a lot of damage. Actually, second Golem comes in. This mage is gonna really struggle to fight this dragon. Probably... You know, I actually genuinely think a harpy in the south would have helped a lot. But Zested, probably not considering that option. And what we're going to see here, they're just going to keep fighting this out. Mage heal. The mage gonna keep fighting this dragon. Gonna do its best. There's actually decent gold value, so no, not really the end of the world. Yeah, another mage heal gets dropped down. And we're back to a pretty even game. Like, Mastro has more army value. Like, you know, 3 golems is a lot, but Vesper, not really in the position. Actually, 4 golems. Didn't think about that. Vesper, you know, she's doing some damage, but it's still fairly close on this front. Aside from that golem, actually, I think that's going to be the tipping point. Dragon comes in from behind and picks off a spear. Damn, this golem attacking from the mountain. Oh, the crit return. That actually, I think, is going to leave this golem vulnerable to getting killed. Alright, dragon does go down eventually. And yeah. Big damage coming in. Greenfinger gonna come closer and closer to building up groove. Spear crit on the sword. This other golem slowly going down as well. We're gonna see yet another mage heal. And there's just enough money for Zested to do buys off of this. And that dragon going down is a big deal too. It's a very frustrating unit to have to deal with. But yeah, Zested, I mean, they're spending a lot of money just to win the fights. And Mastro has more golems, so are we going to see, you know, more golem? Yep, we are. 3 golems come in and tag team that last one. And another huge mage heal. 2 big mage heals, actually. And these golems are basically full health again. And Vesper, oh, she's going to have groove at the end of this turn. That's huge. Greenfinger, you know, potentially could get groove himself as well, but I think Mastro just has a bit too much. These golems with the mage support, able to keep pushing through. Yeah, but Zested's gonna keep fighting this out. Alright, Greenfinger's gonna eat a crit in return. Oh, the spears don't actually kill. That's so frustrating. And just lots of mage heals coming in. And I think this might be it for Zested. They're just spending lots of money on mage heals. Like, they're a little bit behind on economy, but that's slowly increasing. Now 2 villages behind their opponent. Yeah, Mastro just able to continually pick off units. And yeah, like, you know, mage on the roads, like, yeah, Mastro can just, you know, walk forwards. Keep attacking. And yeah, they have smoke clouds, so none of this is going to take damage in return. Even able to put the spear as a blocker and make it completely invincible. And I think Zested just kind of has to tap out at this point. That stronghold isn't vulnerable. They don't really have the units to get a lethal. And there's just too much golem on the side of Mastro. And yeah, Zested just says, you know what? Let's go to game 3. I'm not going to take this one. And yeah, it was a nicely played game. I think Zested just gave Mastro groove too early at the start. And also opened up the opportunity to let their stronghold go down. There was just like that night crit lineup. Greenfinger had to spend groove defensively just to keep themselves alive. And when you do that, you open up you kind of like tip your hand, right? You're like, oh, this is like, you know, my big strong play that can counterplay Vesper's groove. And if you have to use it before, you know, you really want to, then yeah, your opponent can just go from there. So well played to Mastro taking that game kind of convincingly. And let's take a look at the stats. I think I need to refresh a couple of these. And yeah, you can just see it. all these lines, Mastro just, you know, having that army value leads, and it just grows and grows, and then there's this huge dip at around turn 11, and then like turn 14 onwards as well. They just like continually keep pushing that lead. You know, unit count's pretty even up until about turn 16, and yeah, Mastro are able just to, you know, convincingly like push up ahead on that. And that actually I think includes Greenfinger vines, unless I'm mistaken. Oh no, actually I don't know if it does. Either way, you know, pretty big win there for Mastro. And you know, the income graph as well, like they're kind of even. Mastro has a slight lead, and then towards the end just, you know, starts spiraling out of control. So nicely played there for Mastro, and we're gonna go into the next game.